3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pull out 1 foot of set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit London Monarchs. That'll be taken in the end zone. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Ronald Jones. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. He finds his target. It's Evans. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
In short, what I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Touchdown! Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Let's their team, they're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them, and we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Here we go! Here we go!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. 1st down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
180! Come on, baby, come on, let's go. I want to work. I want to work. Stop.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this throw caught left side. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Jackson throwing again. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson to throw again. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Check by 21. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. He's crashing. He's chilling.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded at the 27. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Called out a return of 38. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. A first down carry here for Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Mike, 45. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Yeah, he'll find Hall. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Tyree Jackson with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He completes it to Evans. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
180. Check back 21. Tighten up. Pull it together. Hey, check Mike 21.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
41. 180. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And it's caught. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And this will be caught at the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Dumping it off for Johnson. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Alert, 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 alert.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's all we...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure.
And sneak attack. They're going to run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now a quick pass to Richardson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Tighten up. Come on. Check 49. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-6. Okay, double up. Hey, 1-6.
From the gun, Jackson. And the catch made by Johnson. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
First down.
Right there.
To throw again is Jackson. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And Jackson throwing once more. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. A gain there of 21 yards.
Complete to Equanimous St. Brown. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Detroit.
On the ready. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
You got nothing. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 24. Go, go. Shoot. Check, my check. Set him on. Rest. No. Bang.
Now Johnson. That he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Shoot. Hustle. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
To throw is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a first down carry by Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better
Play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, 18. Check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, Foxtrot. Check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. 3 bucks.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts
third time. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He finds his target, it's Evans. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Trubisky now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw again. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there. Jones. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. 4th down, here's Jackson. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gator, 18 53, Mike 53. Go, go, go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Powers. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
53. No! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you! Check. Crunch! Crunch!
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough